Welcome back to the channel, folks, and today we're going to continue on where we left off in the last video, and that is to continue to upgrade the MiniZ MR020 all-wheel drive to make it more of a more functional drifting little machine. Alright, so if you guys watched the last video, I'll link it either up here or at the end. On the cards, we installed the one-way in the front, and so we're going to continue on and move on to the rear and go ahead and put that the rigid axle in the back. Should be pretty straightforward, pretty easy mod. Supposed to work wonders and make the car drift a lot better. So let's roll that intro and let's get to it. All right, so first we'll go ahead and start off with actually putting the axle together. If you haven't watched any of my MiniZ videos, go ahead and take a look, and be sure to hit that like and subscribe, right, for all drifting, MiniZ, crawling, all that kind of fun stuff. But if you haven't watched any other ones, recommend this microfiber. Put down a microfiber towel when you're dealing with these really tiny screws. All right, that way when you drop it, it just kind of stays put. So we're gonna start basically building it first. These are pretty straightforward. Nothing's difficult. Kyosho does come with instructions, but all you're gonna do is line it up. All right, and then it takes 3 screws to get that in there. So again, these screws are extremely tiny. Might be easier to get them on the screwdriver first. Again, highly recommend a jeweler set. All right, and just line it up. There you go. That's one. So, really straightforward. All right. And 3. Oh, there you go. So, that's pretty much it as far as assembling it. All right, very straightforward, nothing difficult. All right, let's get to disassembling the rear end of the car. Again, this is not very difficult. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws to undo. What you want to do is be careful that you don't keep bending this back and forth, because you don't want to break it off, but there is a screw hiding right under there. So, all right, get that off. Again, see how this microfiber towel just catches the screws, because I just dropped one. There you go. And I mentioned before with these Kyosho MiniZs, I know there is a conversion kit out there to make it actual, I guess more of a drifter. I think it's the MRD kit. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's about 90 bucks. It looks to be kind of an involved process, more than I am willing to take on for the MiniZs. I think what I'll do is I'll add a couple more parts and pieces to this thing, but then I'll move on to something like a drift art type of small scale drift. Reason why I want to get into small scale drifting is because basically, you know, you can do it anywhere. All right, so that's off. That's kind of what it looks like. All right, relatively easy. You gotta, and it should just come on out. Oops. Take each of the knuckles out. All right, those just pull up, and voila. Out with the old, in with the new. Now, obviously, what you gotta do is, you know, you are reutilizing the bearings that are in there. And since I do have this out, I'm going to go ahead and clean it off a little bit. Another benefit of having microfiber towel here. All right, and they pretty much just snap into place. Oh, excuse me. There you go. Get the other one. Oh, let me clean it off a little bit. All right. Surprisingly, it's pretty dirty. All right. That's on there. And that should rest. Let me get this. That's on there a little bit better. All right. There you go. All right. Really simple. And now it's a matter of just putting it all back together. It should slide in. Make sure you got the orientation right. All right, there we go. Let's see the focus. There you go. It's in there, and it's just a matter of putting everything back in. All right, dog bones in. One. Two. Let me put the springs back on. Whoop. And that's about a wrap. Alright, and then as simple as making sure everything's lined up and just putting the screws back down in there. So, just like so. Very simple upgrade. So from what I've seen online, this is supposed to make the car just handle a lot better. I know some folks do not like to have it with a gyro. I'm gonna try it with the gyro first, and again, I can always take it back out. It takes a split second. All right. Once I get this all buttoned up, we'll give it a shot and see how it performs. All right, I think I found my little cones. I think I'll set some cones up here in the room, and we'll get to it. All right, get it all buttoned up, put back together, and then let's give her a test run. All right, see you in a sec. All right, folks, and we're back. As you could tell and saw, I put the S2000 body on it. I'll go over, make another video to see how bodies go on in case anyone is curious, but looks super clean, super scale. And as you saw in the video, the car did indeed drift better. Of course, a lot of that's operator error. Meaning I need to get a lot more practice in drifting these little things. And I am working with my stock tires. I don't have specific drift tires yet. I'll get those and see how it performs. As you can see, you know, the floor is laminate, I think, here. But yeah, overall, happy with the upgrades. Definitely worth it. As you saw, it's very easy to do, especially if I could do it, anybody could do it. I'll put links to all the parts and pieces that I got in the description down below. Please hit that like and subscribe button, trying to make our way to at least 1,000. We're almost there, and thank you for those who have stuck with me. And yeah, really enjoying the MiniZs, getting back into it. They're super fun to play with, and they all need a lot of room to play. So with that being said, thanks for riding with me, and see you when I see you. See ya.